Hey you guys, it's Jody May. Welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner with some easy meal ideas. I hope you guys are enjoying my content, and if you are, hit that like button and leave me a comment in the section below. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you don't miss any future videos. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for the support on my channel. Have a great day and let's get cooking. You guys, don't let this simple looking meal fool you. It was very tasty. You guys, for this dinner here, we just had some turkey sandwiches with some Doritos on the side. So for this topping, I went ahead and used a half of a stick or block, whatever you want to call it, of cream cheese. And I never seem to pull this out long enough to get it to room temperature, so it's a little more hectic to work with. But all I did here was I just mixed around a little bit, tried to get it more closer to room temperature, and then I diced up some green onions. Now I diced these up pretty thin, and then I just kind of rolled them in my fingers to kind of get them mixed up a little bit more and a little bit less chunky. And then all I did was added the green onions with a little bit of mixed seasonings. And for the seasonings I used, I think I have garlic, garlic pepper, paprika, salt, a couple other little ingredients that I have mixed up already. And then I went ahead and toasted up some of the brioche rolls that I got, or buns, and then all I did here was I added that cream cheese mixture to the top of the bun, put some turkey on the bottom, and there you have it, guys. It was really good, and I hope you guys do try this. That cheese that I put on there was Swiss cheese. You guys, it was really good, and I hope you try it. For this dinner, we had sausage, sauerkraut, and homemade potato salad. You guys, it's really good. Now, normally I try to peel my potatoes, but I'm telling you, with my carpal tunnel, I try to avoid that now as much as possible. So I just went ahead and put the potatoes in a pan and let them boil until they were done, and then I just peeled them that way. It was a whole lot easier, and I definitely will be trying to remember to do it again. And then all I did was I boiled up 8 eggs. And then here I'm just going to cut them up with this little slicer thing and get them in there and get them started. That way they get cooled off a lot quicker. I do put them, as soon as they're done, into cold water for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then I, kind of let them rest for a few minutes, and then I take the shells off. Now I did add about 1 green onion to this, minced up really well, about 1.5 cups of Miracle Whip, and then I added in probably about a half a teaspoon of mustard, some pickle juice, probably about 3 tablespoons, and then about 1/4 cup of pickled relish. Mix that up really well. Once them are mixed up, then I go ahead and just peel the potatoes. Now, like I said, these here were easier to peel. It does look like I'm having a little bit of difficulty here, but it was the first time I've ever done it. But come the second one, I found out all I have to do is scrape down the side, and it comes off super easy. So trust me when I say my method of peeling potatoes is now this way here. It's so much quicker and less hectic on my wrists. Now once I get it cut up, I just cut it up into 4s, and then I just cut it into small bite-sized pieces. And you guys, I don't know what was going on with the lighting in this video, but it goes from yellow to white. I have white lights, but for some reason the zoom or the filter or something was kicking in and out, and I apologize for that. But all you do after you get the potatoes cut up into small bite-sized pieces, you mix it in with the other stuff that I had mixed up already, and you put it into the refrigerator to chill for about an hour. You guys, it was really good, and I hope you guys try it. Now, once I had the potato salad wrapped in the refrigerator getting cooled off, I went ahead and started on my sausage and sauerkraut. You guys, I do my sausage and sauerkraut a little bit different sometimes, just because TJ doesn't care so much for the sauerkraut of the tanginess, the sour bitterness of it. And sometimes I will add a couple teaspoons of sugar to it, but this time here it wasn't quite as bitter, so I didn't have to worry about it. But all I did here was I used 1 package of the sauerkraut that was still frozen. I forgot to take it out of the freezer too to have it ready to go. And then I also added in the kielbasa sausage, and I just quartered that up as well. Here I just added in a little bit of mixed seasoning, and it was ready to go, guys. This was a really good dinner. Here's another simple classic that a lot of people enjoy, but I'm telling you, I don't ever do mine the same. I do change mine up quite a bit, but this one here I think absolutely was my favorite. to be honest with you, except for the hot dogs. I like these hot dogs, but they are definitely not my favorite. So I like the crunch, like the crunchy bite to it, but these here just seem to get a little bit mushy or softer whenever you cook them for a little bit. For this dinner here, I just used 2 cans of Original Bush's baked beans, and then I used 1 pack of hot dogs that you've seen that I had cut up and, you know, into little chunks, and then I went ahead and put it in there. But that's not all, guys. I do add in probably about 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar and about 1 teaspoon of mustard. You guys, it turns out really good like this because just the baked beans alone don't have enough of the, you know, the flavor that I like. So if you guys ever wanted to try this, trust me, you will not be disappointed. It's better than any Beanie Weenies you could ever buy, and it was gone. Like, everybody got seconds. It was really good. Now for the double stuffed grilled cheese, it's pretty basic, pretty simple. All I did here, and I probably shouldn't have showed this video just because a lot of people know how to do these, but I'm just going to run it down really quick. We had a lot of different things going on this week, so some of the meals we just had a lot of leftovers. So I figured I might as well go ahead and show you guys how I do the double stuffed grilled cheese. Here I just buttered up one side of each of the bread, and it's pretty basic, but on these I add 2 pieces of cheese to them. Normally I will add the yellow American and the white American, but I forgot to pick up the white American, so I just doubled up on the yellow American. It turned out really good. The flavor is a little different with both pieces being the yellow American, but I'm telling you, it's still on point, guys. It's still on point, and you get a lot of cheesiness. And another simple meal that you can change up to suit your family. Alright guys, for this dinner we had taco chili, and let me tell you, it is the bomb. So for this dinner I started off with 1.5 pounds of ground beef, and it wasn't completely thawed out, unfortunately, anyhow, but I went ahead and added to that about 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and then I chopped up some onions, or at least I thought I had them all minced up, so I had to recut some of the pieces. But then I added in, it was probably about 1/2 of a sweet yellow onion. Got that mixed up in there really well and started getting that browned. Now once I had it browned up, I did not drain the grease. I repeat, I did not drain the grease. This hamburger was already lean anyway, so I didn't have very much grease. I wished it would have had more, but it didn't. So anyhow, I went ahead and kept browning up the hamburger with the taco seasoning in it, and I used mild seasoning, and I used 1 pack. If you want it spicier, I would suggest 2 packs, but because I don't want mine really spicy, I only used 1. Now to that, I went ahead and added in 1 can of the Rotel diced tomatoes with green chilies, and then I added in 3 cans of light red kidney beans that were rinsed and drained. And then I was going to only add in 1/2 jug of this tomato juice, but because I had a lot already in the pan, I didn't want it soupy, but I wanted it thick. But I ended up having to use actually the whole jug of this tomato juice just to even have that texture, because I was going to let this simmer for at least an hour today, or that day. So I went ahead, got that in there, mixed it up really well, covered it, and I let it simmer for about 1 hour. Now after about 45 minutes, I went ahead and added in 1 cup of salsa, mixed it up really well, let it simmer for another 15 minutes. When that was done, I went ahead and served it with some sour cream, shredded cheese, and Fritos on the side. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, you all.